I've always had a weak spot for Dario.
Man, like I said when we were talking about predictions, in the back of my mind, in the depths of my heart, I think that it's possible. I really do. I believe in TLO, but just he's had a tough little it's not even a short stint. It's been a long stint of difficult results for Dario. But if he's going to play like that every single game, he's going to start producing some really good wins.
Well, he's already been doing better recently. He had a pretty good run at the Too Good Invitational. Unfortunately, he did lose against Elfie in the playoffs. But Elfie is the god of Pro Tools, guys. I mean, if you lose against Nesty or MVP, nobody will say anything about it. So nobody should say anything about losing to Elfie either. In all seriousness, even this morning, man, they were talking about TLO on the state of the game as well. Our good friend Litut, Yon Mello, Apollo, JP, Slasher, and they were also discussing TLO, and they were all like really promising about him. Just saying like TLO's doing good, he's looking good, and they're expecting a lot from him in the upcoming weekend. But of course, DreamHack Bucharest is going to kick off. It's probably going to be once more fantastic DreamHack event. I'm really excited about that one. I would love to be part of a StarCraft 2 event in Romania, because I've actually never been to Romania.
11-11 racks, Kevin. And how often do you see it done like this?
When the Rexes are not close to each other?
They're both proxied, but they're proxied in completely different locations. This is a new take on it.
I must say, I find it very unlikely that this Rex will go unspotted. Every now and then, it's the best place to put a Rex or a pylon is in the most obvious spot, because people don't check it. Have you had those positions where you search like everywhere? It's like, where is it? This always reminds me of Exloid versus the Muslim in the beta on that map, Desert Oasis. I said this many times, but it's so funny. Xlord saw around 95% of the map. The only thing he did not see was the Muslim's main base and this tiny spot in his own base. And there was a factory of the Muslim planted there, and he just kept rallying Hellions out. One of the most ironic things I've ever seen in StarCraft 2.
I once tried proxying my own spawning pool on an opposing Zerg player's creep. It did not work very well.
It's kind of hard to hide that one, Ben. It's very likely that it gets spotted.
This drone's going to spot 2 Marines from different locations. That could be a bit of a hint. We'll see how TLO reacts. One cool thing about TLO's build, though, is how safe it is. 15 pool, 15 hatchery. Almost 2 racks proof, and a very, very smart build, given the circumstances.
I think TLO should know it already now, Ben. As you said, he's going to spot those 2 Marines. One coming in from the left, one coming in from the north side. That's such a big tell already. TLO is producing links. He's transferring a few drones. Do you think he should transfer even more drones or just rely on his economy?
No, his pool is up so fast. He's going to have Zerglings out. I think TLO is going to be just fine, Kevin. Puma's showing up right now. He's going to see nearly completed, well, not nearly completed spine crawlers, but building spine crawlers. That tells him that the spawning pool is done, and there are lings hatching. So excellent position already for Mr. Wunsch.
This is kind of risky though, Ben, because the SCVs are here right now. He did not take out a single Marine yet. He took quite a bit of damage. Yes, those spine crawlers, if they go up, he's going to be in fine shape. But now it's still getting a bit dicey.
Now we will see these drones pulled off the line. It all comes down to sort of how this engagement shapes up. One spine crawler is canceled, but the second one going to complete. That is a very important completion on that spine crawler. It will ultimately give him...
Yeah, but he cannot kill the repairing SCVs? Or is it just me?
You're right. He can't kill the repairing SCVs, but he has basically, these Marines can't dance in and out of the bunker right now. All they can do is sit there and focus on that hatchery. I mean, this is not, maybe this isn't best case scenario for TLO, but we still have to realize just how all in Puma is. 11-11 racks. He has so many SCVs pulled. All TLO has to do is hold.
You make it sound easy, Ben, but with the second spine crawler, he's going to have a lot more DPS. This spine crawler will be able to attack all the SCVs, though TLO is going to go for it. Beautiful transfuse.
Yep, Ling's going to come out. Spine crawler's doing great work. Those SCVs dying very, very quickly. That bunker!
Oh, it's still not dying.
Wow, and that is actually a little bit problematic for TLO. Great job lifting that spine crawler and then rooting it once more. Marines are going to dance out and finish it off. TLO not out of the woods yet. That was a very expensive investment, but he does still have a drone count. He's not been committing workers to this defense.
He's up 7 workers. Would you say eventually, despite losing perhaps his hatch, he still has a chance to win, even if he's on 1 base?
Oh, what does the income tab show us? It looks
19
like
over 12.
Yeah, 19 over 13 now with 4 more workers at the front. So basically, he has a 10 worker lead here.
He's going to lose. Perhaps he's going to go for it when the Brootlings pop. That's exactly what he's going to do, Ben.
And Lings will come out once more. There's a lot of Marines in the mix. They're going to be microed pretty well. This has been an effective 2 racks from Puma.
Well, I think Puma has done it after all. Well, it looked quite good for TLO. He had spine crawlers up very, very early, but beautiful execution by Puma overall. Got a little bit lucky with that bunker surviving, but obviously he did a good job positioning his units, repairing the bunker on time. There is still one more spine crawler, but now TLO is in quite a bit of trouble.
He's going to defend with his queen and what Zerglings he has left once again.
TLO, you need a few more links. You can really not afford to lose that queen. He knows that, though.
Drones even going to be pulled off the line once more. He can afford to lose a couple of drones, but not that many. Puma still has no additional command center behind this. These Marines will get cleaned up, it looks like.
Hero Queen, man. And that Spinecrawler covers the ramp. That's so smart by TLO. It is off creep right now, though, so it's losing HP slowly but steady. Puma lost all of his Marines there, and TLO still has 17 drones. Wow, this is the longest 2-Rex of all time.
It's been a pretty exciting 2-Rex.
Wow,
You're
look at
taking
the
out
scouting
the
band by Dario.
Man, just incredible game sense there by Dario. Scouts that command center as it goes down. And I think he sent 2 Lings across the middle of the map. Those might be able to cancel that command center. No, I guess they're going to be killed by rallying Marines.
This bunker is still up, but there are no more SCVs. There are only 3 Marines in it right now. He's not too worried about it as of yet. He's going to try to send more and more Lings across the map, perhaps try to intercept Marines. But there are quite a few Marines on the map right now. This is not the best idea, I think.
Scary number of Marines. These Lings are going to go ahead and fight it anyway.
He does pick off 1 Marine, but I think that's the only thing that he's going to be able to pick off. No, he's going to pick off 1 more, but still, that's not a good trade. 8 Lings for 2 Marines.
Good micro there from Puma. TLO does re-establish that hatchery, but look how low on health it is already.
Yeah, TLO should have just used those Lings, I think, to take out this bunker band.
But there are no more SCV strip here. I swear, Kevin, I think TLO's in an okay spot. Maybe not a good spot. But supply-wise, it's still even, and I still think TLO has a worker lead. There's a great transfuse, and a second one could go down on the other queen.
Wow, macro hedge going up in the main base as well. If you have extra minerals and you have no larva, you might as well, man.
Lings will stream down, and I feel like these Zerglings will probably spell the end of Puma's aggression.
This is Puma after all, though. He's doing a good job microing, but the link count seems actually it's not going to be enough. Puma's still going to survive, man.
What a great micro, man. Doesn't have stim, doesn't have combat shield, still microing his Marines incredibly effectively.
And that's you.
That's right, man.
Because I have 9 kills and you have 1.
It's all good.
This is like when we play paintball.
I didn't get. I didn't get shot just like when we played paintball.
Oh, you got shot.
Yeah, but not like you got shot.
Why? My shot was fake. That was unfair.
22 SCVs to 21 drones. As it turns out, Puma looks like he's in great shape. He's got a factory going up in the back of his base, and he's got this nice 4-racks wall at the front.
Well, really sick hold after all. I mean, basically very good play by either side. I think Puma did a pretty damn good job at executing that 11-11. Maybe one time he shouldn't have gone up yet with the Marine count, because if that Marine count would have gone just a tiny bit higher and he would have been able to force 1 more cancel, perhaps he thought that this hatchery was going to guarantee fall either way, but that was not the case. Just one time I think TLO sending those Links to the middle of the map, trying to cut off reinforcements, that was perhaps not the best decision, but of course TLO cannot see what we see. If those Marines pop 1 by 1, it's a brilliant decision by TLO, because he's going to be able to pick off 4 or 5 Marines with his group of 8 Links. In this case, however, he was not able to, well, he picked off 2 Marines, but he lost 8 Links. But overall, a really nice defense.
Looks like Puma wants to play a pretty standard BIOS style. He's adding tech labs on his barracks. TLO's getting a great scout of this 3rd building command center. Even sees the reactor on that factory. That's going to tell him he should take from that medevacs will soon be in production.
Did he spot all the Rexes in the front? He did not really do that yet. He's going to get a Bailing Nest now up as well. Now this is of course such an unusual game, guys. Yes, it's slowly but steady transitioning into something much more familiar. We're going to see Bailings, we're going to see a lot of Speedlings, and we're going to see bio units on the other side from Puma. But the timings are so far off, and in games like this, Ben, I always love Dario, who just has a lot of experience in unusual games.
Yeah, he's a guy that likes to get creative, likes to do wonky stuff, and always seems to know how to proceed from an awkward position. So we have to wonder if that's going to serve him well here. Bailing Nest and Zergling Speed both finishing up right now. I would like to see TLO get back to droning. I don't think a bust at the front has a huge chance of success, even though I guess with the tech lab being in the front.
I had TLO in my mind as one of the
14 Banelings.
One of the quicker players out there. He could potentially bust Tim, and that would be such a huge blow. This this tech lab is just kind of asking for it. It's like, guys, I got something precious. Got something really precious. Marines being loaded up right now into this medevac as well. Medevac flying southwards.
Having these Marines in a medevac going somewhere else could be a fatal mistake from Puma right now.
He only has 17 Marines, Ben. If you take 8 away from that.
Oh, Puma, you have to expect something like this in these situations. There is the bust. Sten is not going to complete.
Oh, look at all the SFVs. This bunker should fall as well immediately. The SFVs are going to die. Puma in so much trouble right now.
Puma with a great 2 racks opening, but it does not matter as Puma, or as TLO is able to recover and waddle into the main. So many SCVs going to fall, although not to bathing detonations.
Wow, that was a little anticlimax.
But the Zerglings are still there to do massive amounts of damage. Marines trying to pop out of the...
Pick up the siege tank, Puma. It's going to be hard already. He did... no, he didn't have the wall yet. The siege tank will fall as well. Here we do have that drop band, but Dario's working up 3 hatcheries. He's been doing a really good job injecting them. A lot of link spawn, and with all those links and the queens, he should be fine.
He's absolutely shut down all of Puma's production. Nice. These barracks are completely hammered, and GG gets called 2-0 for Dario.
TLO tried to squeeze in a GGH, and I'm not sure what the H stands for. Dario picks up his first win of the season.
Good game, homie.
Homeboy. Picks up his first win in the season, Ben, against a 2-time NASL champion.
Man, that 2 racks, for the longest time, I was like, oh, TLO's fine, TLO's fine, TLO's fine. And then the hatchery died, and I was like, uh-oh.
Yeah, it was so many moments where it either looked like he's going to hold, and it's like maybe Puma has him on lockdown after all, but then it looked a little bit more tricky again. I really love the moment where he just went with the Broodlings. They absorbed so much damage. And of course, Broodlings deal quite a bit of damage as well.
Usually if you kill the hatchery as the 2-raxing player, that's almost always GG. That's probably why Puma decided to commit those Marines up into the main. But TLO hanging in there.
I really think this one spine crawler was a hero spine crawler as well, which was not really part of the fight or trying to deal with the bunker, but that covered the ramp. Because then those 5-6 Marines that basically were in the main base of TLO, they couldn't go home anymore because they would take too much damage. And reinforcement Marines were not able to make it because they got shot down. It was basically a sniper rifle behind the wall.
And then the follow-up Baneling bust from TLO. A smart choice. When I saw Puma wall with 4 barracks, I was like, oh, he's going to be safe against bust. You can't break that. But then he added then he had to lift and kind of reposition everything with add-ons. And those are susceptible to the Baneling bust. And that's a little bit unfortunate that it went that way for Puma.
But great play by Dario, and I'm very happy to see him pick up his first win of the season. We're going to see more of him later tonight as well, as he's going to play a ZVZ against Hyun, one of... oh, actually, we don't have 4 TVZs in tonight. What was I thinking, man? It's a ZVZ, of course.
We have...
Because it's Hyun versus Dario.
TVZ, ZVZ, ZVP.
So
and then,
I was wrong all along, guys. It's going to be a ZVZ later on tonight. Hyun, one of my favorite Korean Zergs at the moment, so that's going to be awesome. But I'm happy for Dario. A little sad for Puma, because I like Puma as well.
Yeah, great play, Dario. Last game brought to you guys by Audible. Pick up and download a bestseller today.
By Zoka.
By Zoka. You can use the nasl.tv/p/audible promotional page to get a nice discount.
You know, I want to know something really funny about Zoka. Like Zoka and Hazo, they are really good friends, and they were often talking to each other. And then Zoka said, like, so Hazo, how long do you think you're going to keep doing this, like this pro gaming stuff? And Hazo's like, well, I don't know. I really enjoy it. I am having a good time, so probably quite a while. And Zoka is like, but you have to think about something else now. He's like, no, I'm going to university. It's all going fine. I'm still winning a lot of money, and I'm really enjoying the game, so I don't think so. And Zoka just kind of kept pressuring him. And then Hazo's like, what is it? And then Zoka came to the conclusion, or Zoka admitted that he said, well, if you would retire, it would be a lot easier for me to win a lot of money. And Hazo just started laughing. He was like, freaking Zoka. Zoka is so funny, man. He's trying to talk his friend into retirement so he can win more money.
I'm just trying to look out for your future. And by look out for your future, I mean secure my own future. Well played, Zoka. Our next match is going to be Cloud versus Hyun, a little bit of TVZ action. The red-hot Korean against the Italian stallion, Carlo Giannoco.
Hyun, Ben, has won 10 IPL Fight Clubs on a row. 10. Winning 10 best of 9s on a row against world-class players. What does that mean?
And he's won 5 weeks in a row here at the North American Star League. Except I think it's 4 because he had a bye.
3.
Did he lose?
He's 3-0 right now. We're going to see Hyun twice as well tonight.
Oh, so he's going to be making up his games.
Yeah, we might see him win 5.
It might be 5 in a row after tonight. We'll have to wait and see, guys. Hyun versus Carlo, that's coming up next. Don't go anywhere. NASL will be right back.